basically everything below it's going to stop working. All right, so next thing we're talking about is reloads. There's two types of reloads. There's emergency reload and tactical reload. So an emergency reload is empty magazine in the gun, nothing in the chamber, and the slide is locked back, okay? This is a really bad situation to be in because the only way you got in this situation is you were firing and now you can no longer fire because your gun is empty. So knowing, one, what this feels like, and two, how to reload very effectively and quickly is very important, especially in this situation, because this is not a good place to be. So the number one thing is knowing what it feels like when that slide locks back, right? We talked about earlier, the gun cycles in this motion, right? When a slide locks back, it only does this. There's not the forward motion of the slide going forward. So you feel that recoil impulse change. You also, if you've shot enough, it sounds slightly different, okay? So the number one thing you need to do is learn what that feels like, okay? So if I'm shooting bang, 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 I feel that slide lock back. The very first thing that we're gonna do with all reloads, all emergency reloads, is what I like to call touch, meaning I touch the magazine release and I touch the fresh source of ammunition, theoretically at the same time, okay? Now, when I touch the magazine release, if I have a good grip on the gun and I try to press the magazine release, it doesn't work, right? So what I need to do is get my thumb closer to the magazine release. How I do that is I loosen these fingers up, I loosen them, I grab on the front of the grip, and I move the gun, so now my thumb is in line with the magazine release and I can depress that, okay? Some other ways is as this hand comes off the gun, it scrubs your pointer finger on the bottom of the trigger guard, twist the gun in towards your thumb, that way your thumb can then reach the magazine release. Whichever way you do it, as long as your thumb can reach the magazine release, is what you want, okay? So, bang, 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 that recoil impulse changes, touch. Now, from here, I want to keep the gun upright, because once I cant it, and I do this, the magazine's not going to fall free. I need to let gravity do its job, because it's always going to be here. So, bang, 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 bang. Feel that slide lock back. Touch. Now, from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cant the gun here, and bring it in ever so slightly. How far I bring the gun in is going to be determined on where I naturally land with this hand. So if I bring the magazine up here, from here, that's how far I need to bring the gun in to insert this magazine. So with the gun out, grab this, just drop your arm. That's as far as you need to bring the gun in to conduct that reload. It's not threading a needle, it's nothing like that. It's putting a magazine in the gun. I don't need to bring it in front of my face and then press all the way out, because again, distance is going to equate to time. So with every inch I come this way, I also have to come this way, and that's added time, okay? Now that doesn't mean that I want to keep it out here and do this, because that's very awkward and cumbersome. So bang, 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 gun goes dry. Touch with the magazine facing the ground so the gravity can do its job. I'm going to bring the gun in, cant it, and actually look at the inside of the mag well, okay? I'm going to look at the inside of the mag well to give me depth perception, and how I grab this magazine is my finger is on the front running edge, because there's this really big word called proprioception, and it basically means I know where my body is in space and time. So at any point in time, I can take my finger and do this, right? And I'm not going to be like, there it is, right? I know where my body is without having to look. So like even like this, yep. But I know where my body is. So if I grab the magazine here, I know where my pointer finger is, and my hand is holding the grip of the gun. I know where my hand is. So I can put this in here without looking at it, right? I don't need to stare at it and wash it all the way in. So, again, bang, 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 feel that recoil impulse change. I'm gonna touch, keeping the gun vertical, bring the gun in, look at the mag well, pull the magazine out, insert, send the slide home, and then roll back into my grip, okay? At no point did the gun come up, did the gun come down, did the gun come left or right. It's from here, bang, 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 get slide lock, touch, insert, slide, okay? You wanna keep the gun in one plane, right? It's just moving backwards a little bit, canting so I can see the inside of the mag well, magazine's going in, slide's going home, and rolling back to my grip. Now, if you have a gun, or whatever the case may be, your grip doesn't allow the slide to lock back, the right answer is I pull a trigger and I get this, a click, no bang. Then what I'm gonna do is tap, rack, and then I see that I have an empty gun. I'm gonna then conduct that reload as normal, okay? The wrong answer is, I know that I set up 1 round in this chamber because I set it up. I pull the trigger, it goes bang, it cycles, and I go, and I reload like that, okay? That's the wrong answer, because every time that you get a click and no bang, the answer should be tap rack, okay? You're just creating bad habits because of a training thing you're doing, knowing that you set it up with 1 round in the chamber. So don't cheat yourself on getting those repetitions, because I've seen it time and time again where people that do it that way, they're on the range and they go bang, and they just do a reload and they cycle a live round out and a full, half full magazine on the ground, okay? So always tap rack, and then you see it's empty, and then conduct your reload. All right, so we talked about emergency reloads. Now we're gonna talk about tactical reloads. So tactical reload is a reduced capacity reload with magazine retention, meaning I just shot some rounds out of this magazine. I don't know how many, but I know it's more than I want to be out of this magazine because I want a full magazine in this gun. There's a time that I have either cover, I have people helping me out, there's a lull in the fight, whatever the case may be, I have time to mess with my gun. So what it's gonna be is I'm gonna break the gun in, I'm gonna grab this magazine. Now, when I grab this magazine, I'm gonna grab it between these 2 fingers or these 2 fingers, okay? Whichever fingers I grab this one with, I'm gonna grab this one with the opposite, okay? So, I just shot, there's a chance for me to top this gun off. I'm gonna break the gun in, grab this magazine, switch them out. So now you can see that I have both magazines with my pointer finger in between. So, come up, swap them out, stow this one, now I'm ready to go, okay? So again, bang, 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 there's a lull in the fight, and I just topped off my gun. Now I have a full magazine, I know I'm ready to go, and I got one in the chamber. Now I'm set up, ready to do whatever I need to do from here on out. All right, so for the live fire drill of reloads, how we're gonna set it up is we're gonna have 1 magazine with 1 round in it and a full magazine on your belt. With the magazine of 1 round on an empty gun, you're gonna chamber that 1 round, meaning I have 1 round in the chamber, empty magazine in the gun, okay? Full magazine on the belt, now I'm set up, meaning I'm gonna fire that 1 round, I'm gonna get slide lock. I can then conduct a reload and fire 1 more round. All right, so for the live fire portion of this, it's going to be a 2-round drill, but it encompasses a emergency reload and a tactical reload. So you get a lot of training and a lot of work done with a very low round count, okay? So how we're gonna set it up is with an empty gun, we have 1 magazine with 1 round in it. We're going to chamber that round, make sure it's good to go. Now we have 1 round in the chamber, empty magazine in the gun, and a full magazine on your belt, okay? Now you set it up to where you're gonna draw, fire that 1 round, get the slide lock, conduct a reload, fire 1 more round. At that point, you're gonna find the magazine on the ground, pick it up, conduct that tactical reload, stow the magazine, then stow the pistol. Okay, so how it's gonna look, come up, draw, fire 1 round. Conducting a reload, fire 1 round. Identify where that magazine on the ground, make sure everything's good. Conduct that tactical reload. Now you're ready to go again. Now I have empty magazine in the gun, 1 round in the chamber, loaded magazine on the belt, and I've set it up to go again. A little bit faster of a pace. I'm gonna draw. Okay, so you can see there's no excess movement. Again, just like with a draw stroke, the only thing that needs to move is my hands, right? I don't need to do anything weird. I don't need to look at my magazine on my belt to see where it's at. All I need to do is fire, bring it in, eyes come from target to magazine well, insert the magazine, back on target, reacquire my sights, and take those shots. So minimize the amount of movement you do, because again, movement and distance are gonna equate to time. So we're trying to minimize the amount of time that our gun is down and get up as quickly and as efficiently as possible. All right, so tactical reload. I was just shooting, bang, 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 bang. There's a lull in the fight, I have cover, whatever the case may be, I have time to mess with my gun. So what I'm gonna do is break the gun in, conduct tactical reload, restow my magazine, and now I have a full magazine in the gun, round the chamber, and I'm ready to go do whatever I need to do.